Hello, I'm Dale Leftwich with RealAgriculture. Today I'm with Warren Bills. We're at Agriculture in Motion. Warren Bills is the Business Development Manager with Xarvio, and Xarvio has come up with a new app. You want to talk a little bit about this app, Warren?
For sure, Dale. Thanks. Xarvio is a digital farming company, and we've developed really a revolutionary app that's incorporated some truly great technology to make scouting easier.
So when you say making scouting easier, we're standing in front of pictures of some weeds. Is this something that will help farmers in their ability to identify weeds?
Yeah, so this app is available to anybody with a smartphone, and what we've deployed is a technology using photo recognition and artificial intelligence to be able to identify weeds and diseases just by taking a picture. And so whether you're an agronomist or retail or a student or someone with a garden, this app can help with that identification instantly.
So at this point, what often happens is that farmers will take a picture of a weed and then they'll send it off to an agronomist.
Yeah.
And so that works fine when you've got an agronomist on call. But what you'll be able to do with this app is actually go through a lot of those things just for the farmer.
Yeah, no, that's the way we see it as well. I think field scouting has evolved over time, but hasn't really changed. And often we still pull out textbooks. We still pull out an app that is a catalog of pictures.
Yeah.
And we thought, why can't we simply automate some of that and use techniques like machine learning to develop a solution whereby you take a picture and it produces a result. And so that's what we're doing with this identification right now.
So around the world, a lot of different agriculture is at different stages all around the world. In Canada, in North America, and Europe, there often is an agronomist at the other end of the line. But this is a kind of technology that can be used actually anywhere, is that right?
Yeah. Dale, that's the neat part of the story is we launched this app in Europe last fall, and now we're in over 90 countries.
90?
We're in countries, developing countries, emerging markets. We're in China, India, South America, and so the crowdsourcing effect of this scouting app is kicks in when you have a customer that takes a picture of a weed in another country that's common in our country in Canada. We're actually working together, and so that's a true networked effect.
Right. So somebody might say, well, the weeds in Africa are not the same as the weeds in North America. And that's true, but often they're from similar families. Like you'll have a family of weeds and it'll have a lot of similarities, and we'll also be able to treat it in the same way. Yeah. So let's talk a little about the crowdsourcing, because that's a word that we say quickly. Yeah. But so what does that mean in terms of your app?
Yeah. So with our app, when you have multiple people using it, and let's just talk even within Canada now, you're able to identify certain weeds and diseases in your area. If you just zoom out a little bit in the app, you can actually see an intensity level of other users that are near you. Maybe they're seeing stripe rust show up.
Okay.
Maybe they're seeing a whole bunch of Canada thistle in their area. So that crowdsourcing actually becomes valuable, especially for things like disease, as they might migrate into an area.
Okay, that's really good. So then you are almost developing a community around this app. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's a community locally with things like alerts, and it's a community globally with the help of everybody creating these algorithms that improve over time with more use and better use.
So one of the things I'm sure you started off with the amount of photographs that you thought would be strong enough to start the entire process. Yeah. But there's a whole bunch of different things like cotyledon stages and things like that, yeah, which would probably benefit from having even more pictures in your database to work with your algorithm. Is that an ongoing thing that you're doing?
It is ongoing, and we've been in this process for over 2 years now, getting to the point we are today at Ag in Motion to launch it. So right, to train these systems and these algorithms requires a high volume of pictures. We've done that collaboratively around the world with different universities. Locally here, University of Saskatchewan and Alberta have helped us with greenhouse, growing weeds in the greenhouse through the year, so right, we don't have to wait till May to calibrate our app. We can actually be smart and do that year round. And so, yeah, at multiple growth stages, usually when it's young is when these sorts of things are most valuable to us, because then we still have an opportunity to decide on how we want to address the concern, whether it's a weed or a disease.
And so as this goes on, you're just going to add to its efficacy, I guess, and make it more efficient so that at some points you might even be able to incorporate what kind of chemicals best deal with or what the best way to deal with the weeds that you're seeing. It's not there yet, but this is a work in progress. Yep. You're at a point where you can launch it, but you have other things that can come out of it.
We do, yeah. The pipeline with the Xarvio scouting app looks really great. You mentioned, choosing the right product. If we can do a better job at product selection and product choice for people that might not understand, then that's a win.
Right.
We have features in the pipeline that include insect counts and insect identification. We have nitrogen and nutrient deficiency projects in the pipeline, all from a smartphone with a camera. So this is definitely a starting point, and even the experience that you get today will only improve over time. And I think that's just the nature of technology today and nature of these sort of machines and algorithms that we have in our pockets. So.
Okay, really good. I want to thank Warren Bills for being with us today at RealAgriculture, and I really look forward to seeing how this app is going to work in the field and revolutionize things. Thanks a lot, Warren.
We're excited as well. Thanks, Dale.
Yeah.
Yeah.